Hello everyone. Today we'll see one more numericals on writing reactance diagram or impedance diagram. So let me take this numerical here. So the numerical statement is very lengthy, but don't worry, the solution will be easy. So I'll tell you how to proceed, and you have to remember some of the very important points over here. Then the numerical becomes very easy for the calculation. So let's start. So you can see here, I'll just go one sentence at a time. You just understand. The one line diagram of an unloaded generator is shown. So this is the one line diagram of unloaded generator. Why it is unloaded generator? Because we don't have any loads over here, and none of the buses are connected to load. So you can see here, this is a junction and this is generator. So we don't have motors or any other loads we don't have here. So it's unloaded generator. One line diagram. So what we have to do, we have to write or draw the per unit impedance diagram. So it is impedance diagram or reactance diagram, both same. So we will see it's a per unit impedance diagram. So we have to calculate all the reactance values and per unit quantity, and we can take base of 50 MVA. So throughout the numerical, the base value will be 50 MVA, and you see here it's 13.8 kV in the circuit of generator G1. So G1 is this, that is generator G1. So here the base kV is given, that is, it is fixed. So it is 13.8 kV as base kV over here. So on the other side of this transformer, we have to calculate what is the base kV value, and with respect to that, we have to calculate what is base kV here and also the base kV over here. Let's see that later. And also you see here in the one line diagram, all these generators are given with the neutral connection. You need not worry about the neutral connections here. So if at all the values are given, then you can include it. That comes when we study the zero or the sequence diagrams. So here it is not at all needed for us. So don't worry about all these neutral connections. Now what we have to do is, we have to calculate the per unit reactance value for generators, transformers, transmission lines, and all these components. Depending on, and you have to be very careful here, the transformer winding connections are different. Here it is delta, here it is star, here it is star, delta, star, star. So with respect to all these, you have to calculate the per unit value of reactance. So this is the ohmic value of the transmission line. This is also the ohmic value or the reactance value for this part of the transmission line, and there is a bus bar over here. So that's a junction, and this is J50 is the ohmic value, reactance value of this part of the transmission line. Okay, fine. Now these are the circuit breakers. So don't worry about this. We are not going to calculate reactance value, per unit reactance value of this here. And the datas are given. So G1 is 20 MVA, 13.8 kV, and X is 0.2 per unit. So already it is in per unit, but we have to calculate it again based on the new base values, because whatever is given here is based on the machine rating. So new per unit value has to be calculated, and this represents the subtransient reactance value. But here anyways, we are simply writing a reactance diagram. So we are not worried about whether it is subtransient reactance, transient reactance, or it is steady state reactance. That we can see when we are discussing fault analysis. So you just take this as a reactance per unit value based on the machine rating. And similarly for G2 it is given, and for G3 also datas are given. And for transformer T1 it is 25 MVA, 220 kV and 13.8 kV on the delta side. So we have to see if it is 220 kV, 220 kV will be on star side. So this is star side. So the rating of this is This is 220 kV. I am not talking about base values, it is a rating of the transformer. So 13.8 kV will be on this side, is the rating, and reactance is 10%. T2 is, you see here, T2 is not a single 3-phase transformer, it is combination of 3 single phase units, or you can say it's a combination of 3 single phase transformer, each rated 10 MVA. So each rated 10 MVA, so the combination MVA will be 30 MVA, 10 into 3, so 30 MVA. And the voltage values are given, so it is 127 bar 18 kV. Now which one is 127, which side is 18 kV? So 127 will be on, see you have 220 over here, so obviously this side will be high voltage side, or the transmission line side voltage will be high voltage. So this will be 127, but since it is a voltage of single phase transformer given, we have to convert it into 3-phase transformer voltage rating. How to convert it? So it is given 127 and 18 kV. So based on the connections given, you have to convert. So if it is a star connected system, the 3-phase voltage rating on the side will be √3 times this voltage. So it is √3 times this voltage. On the other side it is 18, but it is delta connected, so you need not convert it, so it will be 18 only, 18 kV. So remember, when it is a combination of 3 single phase transformers, the voltage rating of the transformer you have to check. So if it is a star side, you have to multiply by √3, if it is delta, it remains the same. And the T3, so T3 transformer is, anyways this is a 3-phase transformer, so we don't have any problem over here. So 35 MVA is given transformer MVA, and 220 kV, so 220 kV star. So which side will be 220 kV? Obviously this is a high voltage side, so it is 220 kV rating, not base, sorry, I'll write here, this is rating. So 220 kV bar, and the other side will be 22 kV. So reactance is 10%. So let us start now the calculation. I hope all these important points are clear, and you have to remember all these when you are doing calculation. So let us do the calculation now. So first thing what I have to write is base MVA and base kV. So it is given in the question. If it is not given in the question, what you have to do? If it is not given in the question, you take MVA value of one of the generator as base MVA, and kV value you can proceed from one side or one end. So base MVA, here it is 50, let me see, it is 50 MVA given in the question, so it is 50 MVA, and base KV on the G1 circuit. G1 circuit, they said we have to fix the base kV on circuit of generator G1 as 13.8 kV. So let me take this as 13.8 kV. Now with respect to this, you have to calculate the base kVs on the other side of this transformer. So if this is 13 kV, 8 kV, so what is the voltage, base voltage over here? So in the previous numerical I have told you how to proceed or how to calculate this voltage. So this is on high voltage side. So base kV on the, which side? It is on the transmission line. On the transmission line circuit will be equal to the low voltage base, that is 13.8 kV, into HT rating of this transformer, that is 220 kV, divided by LV rating of the transformer. So what is LV rating of the transformer? 13.8 kV. 13.8 kV. So this gets cancelled. So the voltage on the transmission line is 220 kV. It is the base voltage. So base voltage on the transmission line circuit is 220 kV. So here it is 13.8 kV base, and here for the entire circuit, here it is 220 kV. It is fixed now, and sorry, only till here. This we have to calculate. This is 220 kV. Now on the other side of this transformer we have to calculate. If this is 220 kV, we are going to calculate base kV on the low voltage side. So you see, that is G2 circuit. So base kV on the G2 circuit will be equal to, so HV side base voltage, that is 220 kV, into the rating of this transformer, LV rating. So what is LV rating? It is 18 divided by HV rating. HV rating is root 3 into 127. So it is root 3 into 127, and if you calculate, you will get 18 kV itself. So you will get 18 kV. So now base kV on the G3 circuit will be equal to, so we have fixed this is 18 kV. We have to calculate now what is the kV here. So on this side it is 220 kV. So it is 220 kV into the rating of this. So rating of this transformer, low voltage. So it is 22 divided by 220. 22 divided by 220 into 220. So this becomes 22 kV. So now we have fixed the kV bases for the entire circuit. So for the first half or first section it is 13.8, and for the transmission line section it is 220. On this side it is 18 kV, and on this side it is 22 kV. So now let us start calculating reactance values. So reactance of, let me write first, reactance or per unit reactance of generator G1. Okay, so since already the per unit value is known and it is in per unit, this is actually based on the machine rating. So which equation we have to use? So let me use X per unit on new base will be equal to X per unit. So what is the X per unit? So it is 0.2 and it is reactance. So I have to write J0.2 into new MVA. So what is new MVA? It is 50 divided by old MVA of that particular machine, that is 20, divide by 20 into old kV base square. So what is the old kV base? That is 13.8 square divided by new kV base square. So what is the new kV base on generator G1 circuit? It is 13.8. So 13.8 square. So this is the calculation, and we get around J0.5 per unit. Done. So let's go for reactance of T1, that is transformer 1. Reactance of T1. So X per unit of T1 will be equal to, so for T1 the reactance value is 10%. 10% is nothing but J0.1, and the new MVA will be same 50. Old MVA for T1 is, it is T1 is 25 MVA. So 25 into kV, old kV base square. So old kV, now you can go either for high voltage side or low voltage side. Let me take low voltage only. So low voltage is nothing but this side. So it is 13.8 kV is the rating of the transformer, that is old kV base. So 13.8 kV square divided by new kV will be, so new kV will be, we have already decided, So it is on transmission line it is 220 kV, that is this side, but we have taken low voltage side. So already decided that is generator G1 side, so it is 13.8 kV, 13.8 square. Okay, so after calculation this gives a J.2 per unit. Okay, so next let us go here. So we finished generator, we finished transformer T1. Let us calculate per unit value for transmission line with the J80 ohm. Reactance, that is per unit reactance of J80 ohm transmission line. So this is, since it is given in ohm, we have to use the other equation for calculating per unit. So it is ohmic value into MVA base. MVA base is 50 divided by kV base square. So what is the kV base, new kV base on the transmission line side? It is 220. So it is 220 square. So it is 220 square. So we will be getting J 0.083 per unit. Similarly, for reactance of J 100 ohm line, transmission line will be equal to X per unit. Same equation because it is in ohm. So it is J 100 into 50 is the base MVA and 220 kV will be the base kV there. So it is this much. So it is J 0.1033 per unit. Similarly, reactance of or per unit reactance of J50 ohm line, J50 ohm transmission line. So it is X per unit will be equal to J50 into 50 divided by 220 square. So it is J 0.0516 per unit. So we are done with G1, T1 and the transmission line. So we are done with this part. Now we have to calculate T2, G2. So for T2 and G2. So reactance, per unit reactance of G2, that is generator G2, and it is X per unit will be equal to, for generator G2 reactance value is 0.2, so J 0.2 into new MVA is 50, old MVA is 30 into old kV base square is 18, new kV base square here, new kV base, that is 18 square. So this is how much? So we'll get J 0.333, 0.333. Let me calculate. Yeah, so it is J 0.333 per unit. Next we'll calculate for transformer T2. So reactance of T2, transformer T2, and you have to be very careful here because T2 is combination of 3 single phase transformers. So the reactance value, this is 10%, so don't multiply with 10, it is for the entire system. So it is 0.1 itself, so it is 0.1 itself into new MVA, that is 50, old MVA. So each rated 10 MVA, so 3 such units, so 3 into 10, 30. So 30 will be old MVA. kV base, so you can take either high voltage side or low voltage side. High voltage side old kV will be 127 into root 3. So it is root 3 into 127 whole square divided by new kV base is 220. So it is 220 square. So if you calculate, you will get around J 0.1667 per unit. So this is done for T2. So remember, don't multiply the reactance value by 3. and you have to worry about the MVA. So MVA will be directly multiplied by 3 because single unit MVA is given. So for old MVA you have to multiply it by 3 since it is combination of 3 single phase units, and the voltage depending on star or delta. If it is delta, we are not going to multiply by root 3. If it is star, we are multiplying by root 3. And I have taken high voltage side. If suppose you are taking here low voltage side, then you directly take 18 as a low voltage old kV base. So 18 square divided by 18 square, because the new kV base on this side is 18 only. So you will get the same answer. Next we have to calculate for T3 and G3. So reactance of T3 transformer 3. So X per unit will be equal to, so we don't have any problem here since it is 3-phase transformer. So J.1 into new MVA, old MVA is 35 into 220 by 220. Let me take 220 by 220 by 220. So the answer is J.143 per unit. Next, for a generator, reactance of G3, X per unit will be equal to, for a G3 it is, reactance value is already given, it is 0.2, J.2 into MVA 50, old MVA is 30 into. Now old kV base, so what is the old kV base? It is mentioned in the question, so it is 20 square divided by, what is the new kV base? It is actually 22 kV. How it is 22 kV? We have calculated, so base kV on the G3 circuit is 22 kV, so it is 22 kV over here. So remember, always this will not be same, this ratio will not be same, this can be different also. That depends on what is the base kV and the old and new kV bases. So it is the old kV base for J3 was 20, but new kV base which we calculated is 22. So we are getting this. So the value is J.275 per unit. So we are done with all the components. Now let us write the reactance diagram. So let me write the reactance diagram first. So we have generator. We have generator here. So for generator, it is a reactance and EG1, EMF. Okay. Then after generator, we have T1. So for transformer, it is only the reactance. This is for XT1. Let me write XT1. This is XG1. And after transformer T1, we have transmission line. So for transmission line, I have just a reactance. So it is XTL. And XTL, which part? It is J80, and we have a junction over here. So let me provide it with the node, so it is a junction, and on the other side of the junction we have one more transmission line, so which can be represented with the reactance, and down here, so we have one more transmission line which can be represented with the reactance. So this is XTL, this is also XTL. So this XTL is for J80, this XTL is for J100, this XTL is for J50. After J50, here we have transformer. So for transformer, it is just reactance. Then we have generator. So for generator, reactance and EMF. So this is EG3. And you connect all the common points. And here, after transmission line, we have transformer. Then we have generator. So for generator, again I can add one reactance and EG2. So let us write all the values. So I'll go from here. So G3, where is G3? So this one. So for G3, reactance value is 0.275 per unit. And remember, you have to write all these values in the diagram. So this is Xg3 and this is Xt3. So Xt3 is J.143 per unit. This is J50 transmission line, we'll write later. This is for G2. So generator G2, it is reactance is J.333 per unit. This is Xg2. This is for Xt2. So this is Xt2. For Xt2, it is J0.1667 per unit. And X, now I've calculated here. Let me see. J50 line. This is J50 line reactance. So it is J 0.0516 per unit. And this is 100 ohm line. So XTL. So what is a 100 ohm line transmission line value? It is J.1033 per unit. And this is 80 ohm. So it is J0.083 per unit. And we have a transformer T1. T1 it is J.2, so it is J.2 per unit. Xg1, so it is J.5 per unit. So I hope it is clear. So this is the reactance diagram. So that is what is asked in the question, the reactance diagram. I said initially itself the calculation is easier. It's simple actually, but there are some important points to be remembered. You remember that and you be careful when you are calculating the reactance values. So it will be very, very easy. So that's it for today. So thank you.